The Edmonton Oilers. Let me take a breath. Let me take a breath here. The Edmonton Oilers had the balls to lose Game 1 of the play-in round against the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm not going to tell you the final score. You know why I'm not going to tell you the final score? Because I stopped watching halfway through. Not a little bit more than halfway through, okay? It is the second intermission right now, and Chicago is up 6-2. All right? 6-2. And how appropriate is it that my team would take a penalty right off the bat as I'm recording this video? 6-2 is the current score, and they're not coming back. They're not. I can guarantee you they're not coming back. Hell, I might upload this before the freaking game is done. I just might, because they're not coming back. Oh, Kubali. Oh, great. Joy. He's the one who gets the front. He's a rookie, and he has 5 points right now in his first playoff game. Now, listen, it's not really a playoff game before somebody comes at me and says, like, oh, it's a play-in round. It's not technically the playoffs. Motherfucker, you are playing to stay alive. This is not the regular season. You are playing to stay alive in these playoffs, and yeah, sure, it might be a qualifying round to get to the playoffs, but it's the same bloody thing. And the game actually started good. It actually started okay. The first shift didn't go so well. The Draisaitl line kind of screwed it up against the Hawks. There you go. Boom. But of course, Chicago scoring on Mike Smith is nothing new, so you've seen this story before. But basically, first shift doesn't go too well. Second shift, they draw a penalty. The Hawks take a penalty. They go on the power play. Let's go, Oilers. And McDavid, just beautiful. Skates out just outside of the offensive zone, comes back in with some speed, just lights up Corey Crawford. Top cheese. No chance to stop it. And then Athanasiou almost put another one by Corey Crawford, but it hit the post. God damn it, that might have been a different game if that goes in, but we'll never know. And then it all went to shit from there. 4 unanswered goals by the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Chicago Blackhawks team that realistically, if the playoffs had happened, right, if COVID didn't shut everything down, the playoffs would have happened without the Chicago Blackhawks. Oh, but don't you dare use that as an excuse. Don't you dare use that as a they shouldn't be here. Because I've seen that thing online talking about some, oh, the Chicago Blackhawks shouldn't be here. This is unfair. You're right, they shouldn't be here. They actually shouldn't be here. So bloody beat them. Beat them. Oh my god, they have like 4 guys. So beat the freaking guys. That's not an excuse to say it's unfair. That's not an excuse to say anything. They shouldn't be here is a factual statement that means you should beat the fuck out of the Chicago Blackhawks. And the game starts. We've been waiting for this. It's been over 140 days since an NHL hockey game that mattered, and we are looking at the starting lineup for the Edmonton Oilers. And Mike Smith is between the pipes for the Oil. Now, is it because Koskinen is unfit to play? Is it because he's hurt? Is it because something else is keeping him out of the lineup? No. None of those things. None of those things. You see, we are starting Mike Smith because we are playing a hunch as a coach. You know what? It's a pretty even goaltending matchup, and sure, Koskinen had a better performance than Mike Smith in training camp and in the tune-up, but no, we're gonna play a hunch and start Mike Smith, because if there's anything that is sane to do in hockey is to play a coaching hunch in a 5-game series, because what could possibly go wrong if you lose game 1? Now listen close. Listen close. I'm not here to blame Mike Smith. I am not here to say that it was his fault. A lot of those goals he actually had 0 chance at stopping because the defense was garbage. The defense did not show up. They did not show up to stop the Chicago Blackhawks. All freaking, what is it, like 4 players that they had to stop? Don't even worry about my goaltending right now, okay? I know I should have stopped that, but I am pissed. No, not all of the goals were Mike Smith's fault. I'll give you that. It wasn't. But you know what didn't help? You know what really didn't help? When the Oilers looked like they were going to beat the Hawks like they are supposed to, and then the Hawks just dump the puck behind Mike Smith, and Mike Smith decides to play it and gives it to the Hawks and gets scored on, as Mike Smith does. How many times have you seen Mike Smith play the puck, turn it over, and have something happen, whether it's an accident, a fluky bounce, or anything, and have it go in behind him? That is peak Mike Smith stuff right there. I'm not excusing the defense. I'm not excusing the team for absolutely quitting on him. I'm just saying maybe if you started the better goalie, this type of bullshit wouldn't have happened in the first place. But now that it does happen, now that it's 1-1, all right, boys, let's just buckle down and come back. Get some momentum going our way, and show the Blackhawks that no, they don't deserve to be here. Nope, absolutely not. The defense takes a complete off day. The offense barely gets anything going, partly because we're always in the defensive zone chasing the goddamn puck, but nothing happens. The team falls flat. This team that has prided itself on being better than before and being more competitive than before, being more hard-headed than before, and actually fighting through adversity this season. No, this team quits and allows 3 more goals to go in. It's now 4-1 Hawks. How dare you ever speak about, oh, this is a competitive group of guys. Oh, this is a mentally strong group of guys now. Don't bother coming at me with that bullshit again. Don't do it. It's not true. It's not true. And I find it very funny that you can sweep a team in 3 games in this play-in round. And the reason why I find that funny is that 3 losses is all that it would take for the Oilers to quit and lose a 7-game series anyway, because they wouldn't show up for the 4th game. And every single hockey fan watching this video right now knows that that is the cold, hard truth. I was actually happy with the way the power play looked. It looked good. They moved the puck around. McDavid's doing the thing where he goes outside or goes back a little bit and then comes back in. They give him the puck. For some reason, no team has caught on to that, and then he makes a play happen. It looked good. It looked great. But this is the same fucking team. This is the same team that stops showing up whenever they hit the slightest bit of adversity. Okay? And listen, I'm not taking away any sort of credit from the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm not. I don't want to do that. The Chicago Blackhawks deserve the win. You can only play the opponent out in front of you, and if the opponent doesn't show up, it's up to you to beat the shit out of them. And guess what? The Chicago Blackhawks beat the shit out of the Edmonton Oilers, at least for 40 minutes. The game might end up being close. The game might end up being 6-4. I don't know. Maybe even 6-5. I'm not even in the mood for a close comeback. I'm not even in the mood for, oh, we almost came back because we had some heart and determination. Fuck that. You did not show up for 40 minutes, and you deserve to lose.